Hello, Halo Broken Circle. This book is fantastic, but I will say that it does take a little while to really get involved with it, especially the first couple of chapters. It's just a little bit too slow, but if you stick with it, you'll find that the story really does engage you. Now, this book is split into two parts. The first part during the formation of the Covenant, and the second part during modern times, right about the time of Halo 2, Halo 3. And both parts really tie in well together. The author, John Shirley, he knows how to write good characters. But one criticism I will say is that some of the dialogue that his characters have, there's a couple lines here and there that they're just a bit too Saturday morning cartoon, if you know what I mean. It's not too often, but there are a couple instances where some characters have very questionable dialogue. Well, it's really a minor criticism. There's, because what makes up for some questionable lines of dialogue is excellent storytelling. And he describes what's happening quite well, especially death scenes. Now, there's a moment in this book where an elite is being tortured to death in this sort of special gravity torture chamber. Now what this is that one of the prophets is able to manipulate gravity, to basically force gravity on certain parts of the body. And, well, needless to say, this elite gets slowly crushed to death. He gets flattened by a pancake, piece by piece of his body. I think they start with his legs, and then they slowly move up his torso till they get to his head. And the author describes the elite's insides being pushed up his throat and out of his mouth. And I honestly don't remember a time when I was reading any book that I had to sort of stop and take a breath, because honestly it was so descriptive it made me feel a little bit queasy. So he knows how to describe a scene very well. But the story, it is really compelling, extremely compelling. There are no human characters in this book whatsoever, none whatsoever. You see it completely from the side of the Covenant, and it shows that, well, the Covenant weren't such a one-sided faction. Things were a lot more complicated, and it gives us a new insight into the prophet species, because we always think the prophets is this sneaky, conniving, evil race, and the majority of them are. But there are two characters, Meccan and Zoe. They are so compelling. They have so much depth to their characters that it gives you a new insight, towards that faction of Halo. And I think that was really well done, extremely well done. Also, what I have to say is that look at this artwork. See, look at this artwork right here. That is fantastic artwork. That's one of the best artwork I've seen in a long time. I mean, this right here, this is a shield world. That's breaking apart. And you've got early Covenant ships here as well. I mean, one of the things that attracted me to this book was the artwork. In fact, that was the only thing, I think it was actually the artwork that made me want to read this book. I didn't know anything about the story at first when I first came across it. I just saw the artwork and thought, oh, wow. Honestly, I cannot sing its praises highly enough. So, would I recommend reading this book? Absolutely. Absolutely. Even if you're just a casual Halo fan, it is definitely worth the read. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.